Alright guys, so it is that time to go over the finalists for the custom Yu-Gi-Oh card contest that we did a while back. There were so many submissions, so sorry it took so long to get through all of them, but I finally went ahead and did it, and here are the finalists for that contest. Now, instead of me picking the ones that I thought that were the best and just giving them the prize, I figured I would pick my favorites, because a lot of you guys also said these were you guys' favorites, and then you guys can vote via the straw poll, and you guys can determine the winners for each category. So there's 3 different categories. We have the most unique card, we have the most funny card, and the most broken card. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the finalists for the most unique cards. So anyways, the first one we have over here is combined. So you pay 1,000 life points, you shuffle your deck with your opponent's deck. Both players share the same main deck for the rest of the duel. This one was really cool. I like that idea for the most unique card. Next up, we got side game over here. So it says, when this card is activated, both players stop the current duel, go under the table, and conduct a different duel where both players' life points are 2,000 and only use cards in their side deck to play with to decide the winner of the first duel. Cards in effect cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. Also, this card cannot be negated. You can only activate one side game per match. So pretty unique card indeed. Great artwork indeed also. Next up, another unique card is Pontopid, the Legend of the Deep. So it's a fish effect. It says, this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by its own effect. The summon of this card cannot be negated. During your main phase, if there are exactly 8 cards on the field, you may special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, banish all other cards on the field. As long as this card is face up on the field, neither player can special summon monsters except for a level/rank 8 monster. So I thought that was kind of unique. And then lastly over here we have Forbidden ? So declare one alphabet. For the rest of the duel, neither you or your opponent can activate cards or effects with that letter in the name of the card. So that's it for the most unique card. If you guys want the link for that, I'll go ahead and link all the straw poll links down below. If you guys are unfamiliar with straw poll, it's just a site that we can use so you guys can actually vote until YouTube adds some like integration into like their videos. But anyways, yeah, you don't have to sign up or anything. It's just literally you just click on it and you guys can vote for the most unique card. Next category that we are going to be jumping into is the funniest Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So anyways, like I said, a lot of them were really good, but these are the ones I think deserve the finalist spot. But anyways, first up we got Blue Eyes White Privilege. So it's a quick play spell card that says, when this card activates, banish all cards on the field that don't have white in their name. You can activate this card 2 times per turn. And it says White Privilege. Pretty good stuff indeed. So yeah, definitely a counter to, like, it basically just ensures Blue Eyes White Dragon is going to be good. I don't know what other cards are white in it, but I thought it was just hilarious, and a lot of you guys liked that card when we were going over it and looking at it. But next up we have YCS Prague over here. So it's a field spell that says, when a normal summon of one of your monsters is negated, or a monster normal summon this turn leaves the field, you can conduct an additional normal summon. When a face-up punishment monster would be added to the extra deck, face-up you can send it to the graveyard instead, which was a cheeky thing the guy did because he ignored it and brought back the card. You guys didn't see that at YCS Prague, so that was definitely pretty funny indeed. Next up we have hashtag Waste His Time. So it says, add 1 Swift Scarecrow, 1 Day of Peace, Wabaku, Swords of Revealing Light, and 1 Marshmallow from your deck to your hand. Oh my gosh, reminds me of Final Countdown. Not again! Alright, next up for another funny card we have the Credit Card. That's a field spell. It says, as long as this card remains face up on the field, you can buy a new archetype that comes out and pretend to be a good player. During each of your standby phases, pay $500 to get a new deck from Konami. Man, every time on that ban list, man, everyone loses so much money. And then next up we have Get Dunked On. So it says, Baller summon 1 Majesty's Fiend, Vandy's Fiend, and 1 Beaver Warrior. The Baller summon Beaver Warrior gains 426 in an attack. You can only activate Dunk on your opponent once per turn. So yeah, that's a pretty nasty combo to run into. Definitely pretty funny. And then we have Frog the Jammer, which is a quick play spell card. It says, banish all cards your opponent controls and the top 25 cards of their deck face down. Your opponent cannot respond to this card's activation, and all effects are negated until the end of your turn. You can only activate this card if you control a face-up Frog the Jam monster, except for Frog the Jam. I mean, that's pretty much the, frog support in a nutshell, just except for Frog to Jam, but it's a Frog to Jam, like, yeah, this is pretty good. And then lastly over here for the funny cards, we have Cheeky Konami Strike. So it's a counter trap card that says, activate only if your opponent controls a newly released monster with a $75 or more cost points. That monster becomes banned and your opponent gets salty over how much they spent. During your turn, when the monster or monsters banished by this card's effect is no longer viable in the metagame and no one particularly wants it, target that monster and unban it. That is just so true, man. But next up we have the next category, which is going to be the most broken cards. But if you guys want to vote on funniest card, link down below for all the straw poll links. But next up, the most broken cards. Now, you guys submitted a lot of broken cards. Some of them were like cards where you have to like normal summon and then they would attack. But like that's way too slow. If you want to talk about most broken cards, there was actually only really 2 contenders for this category. But anyways, first off we have GG Mate. So it's got really good card artwork and it says, this card is unaffected by other card effects while hand or graveyard. Cards and effect cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. If this card is activated, you win the YCS, become the most famous person in the world, and you get a small loan of $1 million. Now that's pretty broken, right? Next up, we also have, for our last broken card, is a very fair card, aka the Spell Book of Judgment. It says, not broken on it. It says, this card can only be used by, but it says, if this card is your possession or in your trade binder, you can reveal this card to win the match. This effect can be used during either player's turn. Nothing can be activated in response to this card's activation, not even the judge. The activation of this card also cannot be negated or prevented. If there are cards presently that prevent this card's activation, they are immediately destroyed in real life. This card is also unaffected by the Konami ban list and only can be used by you. So, I mean, he did say that it can only be used by one person, but then it can be used by you. So, there's a little bit of problems, you know, in the card's text. Maybe they'll make an updated version of this in the future, but this one has the advantage that it is unaffected by the ban list. But at the end of the day, this one also gave you the small loan of $1 million, plus you win the YCS itself. But this one is a quick play spell card. This one is a trap. So, it does say in your possession or trade binder that you can reveal it, but how does that work if it's a trap card? It says it can be activated during either player's turn, but does it still have to be set? Because at the end of the day, it still is a trap card. Yeah, I'm not sure if that fulfills the activation requirements. You can reveal it to win the match, but it doesn't say you can. Well, it does say it's in your trade binder. You can reveal it, but does it still have to be set? I don't know. You guys argued about this when we talked about it, and so there's a little bit of problem with the card's text. But overall, I think these are the 2 most broken cards, and I do want to give you guys the option to vote, so that way you guys don't think the contest is rigged in any way, like I'm picking the winners. But yeah, if you guys want to visit the straw poll links down below and vote for your most favorite card, whether it's in the most unique card, or it's in the most funny card, or of course in the most broken category. But yeah, like I said, these are all great submissions. Thank you for all you guys that submitted all of these great cards. I had a lot of fun. We'll definitely do it in the future, but we definitely need to make some more rules, like you can't submit 50 cards. Oh my gosh, because I sat there for like, hours and hours reading so many hundreds and hundreds of your guys' cards. But thanks, I do appreciate all of you guys that sent in your cards, and best of luck to you guys in the finalists. But you guys are going to be the ones that determine who is the winner, who's going to get those prizes out of each of those categories. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll definitely do more of these in the future. So if you guys didn't participate in this one, we'll definitely do some more of these in the future. It's just going to take a little bit longer than I really intended to, but that's because, if you have a bunch of people submitting stuff, it's going to take some time. But yeah, those are the finalists. Go ahead, guys, and vote. All the links will be down below in that description box for you guys to vote. But I also want to definitely start more of these. A lot of you guys like this contest that we had, so I definitely want to do more of these in the future. And looking into the future, we can definitely do other things, but I definitely want to have some type of rule where we can only submit like 1 card each, because like I said, it became kind of out of control. But what are some other good ideas for some custom card contests? Because you guys know I don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh in real life, and I don't vend anymore. So all the stuff that Konami sends me or my sponsor sends me, I usually like to give them away to you guys. But I like to have fun with it and create extra content for you guys, and involve the community into these kind of things. So let me know, guys, how you want me to give out more cards and do more of these contests. Do you guys have any other ideas for other card categories? Now, I was thinking of one really cool category that we can do in the future. which I'll make a video announcement on this when we actually do it, but I want to make a card that an archetype deserves. So like I think that would be a really good category too. Maybe we can just do that all like in one video where we can just basically do a card contest on creating a card that's specific to an archetype that would really help out the archetype, but not be too broken, because you know, obviously there's going to be some people that make cards like you summon this card, you win the game. But I want it to be like something that seems realistic, like they could add it into the game, and it would be like something that you guys could totally see, you know, added to Light Swarms or Gladiator Beasts or some of the older archetypes that don't see that much love nowadays in the game. But yeah, I'll definitely do more of these because you guys love this, and I had a blast reading a lot of them. I mean, some of them, they were pretty questionable, and I enjoy some of those questionable cards. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and again, apologize that it took so long to get this contest done, but there were just so many submissions. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and if you guys want me to do more of these, I definitely will do more. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give that like button a titty slap, and I'm signing out.